So me knowing you being a serial entrepreneur with a million different things in the pot at one time.
Man, people say that it's like a bad thing. They'll be like, man, you got a lot going on. Like, yeah, it's all organized though. It's structured, but go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And I'm trying to tie it back to Exodus, trying to tie it back to Moses.
Just speaking from your heart.
All right. So God gave Moses, he commissioned him, told him exactly what he needed to do. And, sometimes when we get the word or the promise, sometimes that's all we focus on, that end goal. And during that whole process, we lose sight of some of those other derailers or those other sins or those other things that could potentially get us off track. But you mentioned how, your wife kind of holds you accountable and sharpens you.
Yeah.
So with Moses, God gave him the word at the burning bush. He left the wilderness, went back to Egypt. But then when I was reading it, it just took a sharp detour where God pretty much threatened to kill Moses because he didn't circumcise his son. And his wife interceded. And she went and circumcised it. The way I interpreted that is, we're so busy. We're trying to reach that end goal. We're trying to fulfill God's promise. We're trying to do better for ourselves and all that. But there's those little derailers, those little things, those small things that we overlook. But that's why you need wise counsel. Even better to have, a wife or, a helpmate, somebody to help you with something. Because she was about to, destroy the whole family. He's about to be a goner.
Yeah, and that also speaks to the importance of having the right people in your corner.
Because they're going to see those things that you don't see.
Yes. And this I'm about to go off on a tangent, but this is where I think is a very strong principle in, in just relationships, period, where the people you meet, it is not wise that when you marry somebody that the woman's life stops and connect with it. Like, you're here, you're going in a line to where God has you going. She's here, she's going in a line where God has you going. So you got two lines that meet in accordance to each other, that there's synergy of collaboration and partnership, companionship, whatever you want to call it. That's wherever she's going and wherever you're going, there's synergy, that you're going in a similar direction that can complement one another. I hate it when people get married and the man forces the woman to stop their path to connect with his and create a perpendicular to where it stops for progress of the wife just to join in of where the man is going. Because it eliminates situations like what you just read from, to where when the wife recognized from wherever she was going and what she was doing, that she recognized there was a hurdle that could happen should the man, Moses, continue to go forth. And because of her anointing, she recognized God's voice and say, hold, whatever, and they keep moving forward. Because if she would have lost her identity and her position and her capacity with God in the time that she met man and stopped their life to join in man, she may have lost her voice and capacity to hear God because she already cut off her supply to be with man. Mm-hmm. And I hate that. And I know that's not the topic, but I hate it.
That's perfect. And if she wasn't connected to God, then God's chosen people wouldn't have been saved.